Good morning, London session traders. Today it is 26th of August and it is 3:07 Eastern. So I hope everyone is doing well. Let's go. I just have so many issues with the bank just now, so that's why I'm late. And let me tell you one thing, once you have issues with that and once it's solved here, it takes time and a lot of effort and phone calling. So I guess that's part of living in paradise, I guess. Let me put it that way. Yes, that's a good way to put it. So let's get into the charts. I want to put on some music, so I might want to ask for some feedback on that regards. Yeah, so I haven't been in the charts because of this this banking issue and just scrolling stuff. And normally I would have spent all the times already doing my analysis and looking at charts. And actually I wanted to go on an hour earlier. So, but here we are. Nothing we can do about it. We just have to work with it. Yeah. Let's see what we have right now. So yesterday afternoon was quite interesting. I actually had a long bias. I thought, okay, we're just going to go deeper into a bullish breaker block, and then we might make the move back up. But we just continued going downwards. So let me go over that and see where we are right now. Yeah, so on the lower time frame here, I was looking at this breaker here, and we went all the way up, and I was thinking, okay, here, let's see, we go into this fair value gap here and then go back up. Or it was actually, I'm sorry, I'm at the wrong one here. It was actually this one I was looking at. We went down in the afternoon, and I thought, okay, we're going back into this N walk, and yeah, maybe just continue the move higher, because that was my thought. Unless we were going to break this breaker, then obviously bias switches to bearish, right? But yeah, the day ended right over here, so I didn't watch the charts from that time anymore. So yeah, now we went all the way through this N walk. Now let's see what we can. So Mondays, I always call ping pong Mondays because price action, ping pongs between N walks, and it did it pretty nicely here. And also if you use the event horizon is in the middle. So that gives you some guidance on days like that, because technically we were in a range. We went outside the range of Friday range during London yesterday, and then we went back into the range. So body-wise, we did not really leave the bodies from Friday's range. So if you look at the higher time frame, you can see the body stay in the Friday's range, right? So technically we had the AM session was inside the range of Friday. So what I use on Mondays, especially, I use the NWOGs and the event horizon a lot as well as some guidance. So that's that. Now it's supposed to be rainy today and shady, so that's why I didn't close the window. But I'm gonna put on some music now, so it should be set up properly. So let me know if anyone has any comments on it, or it's too loud or anything like that. Just let me know. Gonna put some relaxing. I think this is suitable for a London session. Myself, I find it a little bit distracting sometimes when I listen to streams which have a lot of music on. There we go. Okay, let's go. Here we go, here we go. Let me see now. What time is it? 3:18. Do we like this, what we see? Do we like this? Does this look bullish or bearish? Let us have a look at the higher time frame. So let me go to the 1 hour here. So looking at the 1 hour, we are still in this. You can see this as a whole range, right? If we accept this as a whole breaker, high, low, and here we broke it with that distribution candle, right? So I like that. That's our breaker. Let's just use the bodies. So when we use this as a breaker, we had this Asia candle already retesting it. So if I look at this wick, I'm just thinking, will this be the rejection block? So we dig a little bit deeper into it and then we might go up. So we just have to wait a little bit. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so I just want some more information to, I'm just watching this breaker block. Are we going to move a little bit lower and retest this rejection block? If it's going to be a rejection block and then go higher, or are we just going to go lower into this breaker and into this fair value gap? It's 321. This could be an interesting point here. Now this is interesting, right? I made this line and it's Was it the 1 minute maybe? There we go. I guess it was the 1 minute. Was it a 1 minute IFUG? Just wondering what sometimes I make these. Is it 3 minute? I have no idea what this one is, so I have to remove this one. Doesn't have any text as well. No. But it is a perfect level though, look. That's so funny. Sometimes you have these levels on and you can't, if I don't put in what, it's not the 5 minute either, because it's not, I guess it's this inversion here. This is the inversion. I'm gonna get rid of it because it doesn't have any. So it looks like we're going down. Not in a trade yet. We do have a flat candle here. Now let's look at the higher time frame. I'm on the 4 hour here. So we had a 4 hour 10 o'clock here. We took out the 2 o'clock, already took out the low of the previous 4 hour candle. We created an equal high. So that's important for later on. So on the 4 hour, we can consider this a breaker block, right? Let's have a look. Here we go. So are we going to dig deeper and use this as a rejection block, which is exactly on the half point here as well? So I would say we could go lower to 392. That's interesting. Let's see on the lower time. Let's see if we can frame a trade here. 392. So that's about this area here. Okay, interesting. Yeah. It's actually a little bit, I mean, I like the piano music, but it's a little bit boring maybe. Let me see if I can put some other music on. Let us see. Lo-fi beat. Is this something? Let's try this. We don't want to fall asleep, right? This sounds nice, I guess. Do, 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 do. GM 340, 351. 713. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to the... Oh, we are here. Okay, we can right here, TP. If anyone knows how I can get, I want only my trades to show here and not on this, in this screen. Hey Ellen, hello, hello. How are you? You're from Brisbane, interesting. I'm in South Africa at the moment. So, yeah, nice to see you. I put on some music. Give me some feedback if it's annoying or not, because I sometimes don't really like it when I hear it, and if I've incorporated into OBS, but give me some feedback if it's annoying, because then I'll change it, because you're the first one. Today's very quiet, so I guess, yeah. How are you doing? Do you trade ICT? What is your trading style? Okay, I see we got to the equilibrium of this time box, so I'm going to close my trade. I'm in profit. It's 35. I'm just gonna close it here. So I just took profit a little bit sooner now. Why? Because I just noticed, is it good? Not too loud, and it doesn't really, yeah, okay, well. Okay, so why did I close my trade sooner than, because what I saw is that we hit a weekly midpoint, and we're at the equilibrium of this time, and we're at the end of almost 336. So I'm just going to wait, but it's going up anyway. But I do think we're going up to this level. Yeah. I wanted to go over this breaker here. So I want to close over this, and then actually a retest of this for the follow through to the upside. So I'm going to wait now until the next what's going to happen. I want to close above this breaker on the 5 minute, not on the 1. And then it's looking good. I might enter again. Yeah. If anyone in chat knows, okay, you trade ICT. Nice, nice, nice. If I do paper trade here, right? If I enter, it goes on both screens. I just want it on this screen, not on both screens. And I'm trying to fix that, but I can't get that. For some reason, I can unsync everything, but I can't unsync that. So if anyone in chat knows that, let me know, because it's annoying me. It's annoying the shit out of me. But anyway, yeah, I'm still working on these little things to improve and to. So if you have any feedback on you have too much things on the chart, or can you change this or that, just let me know. Because I just started this week, so I'm open to all suggestions. Because I have a lot of things on my chart, I know that. I've got a lot of data, a lot of time-based things, and obviously ICT is my basis, but then obviously I use a lot of other time-based things that are added. like my first presented fair value gaps of different sessions that I use. I use volatility grids, so these are measured volatility movements that are calculated in specific time windows. These are specific root candles that I use. Those are integrated in that indicator. So as you can see, this is the 312. That's a very important time as well. Yeah, so those root candles, they also work as premium and discount within that model as well. So it's just an extra edge that I get with trading. But yeah, all credits go to Anar and Nine, who created this indicator. But yeah, basically I'm ICT based. God bless that man, what he's shared. So for me, it is just the building blocks. And yeah, it's just amazing that it just made everything so much clearer on the charts, right? How long have you been trading ICT, Alan? So I think that we are definitely going back to this is the red dotted line. That is the settlement price of yesterday. Let me just see how this is where we settled. Then we went in Asia, we went here, we went below settlement price. We had a nice rejection here, went down, and this looks like a market maker, a buy model. So we definitely have, we're in a buy algo for the time being. Let me just check on the 15. Here. So you see why I'm waiting, because of this level here. I got out of that trade because I just wanted to see how it reacts, and I wanted to print the next model to see where those the volatility levels are going to be plotted. We created the new first presented fair value gap of the London session now. So this is on the 5 minutes. So what I do on days like this, when I'm not really sure, because this looks sort of bearish to me, but on the lower time frame, I do see that we're in a bullish trend just for the time being. So then I just look, I scroll between the 1, 3, and 5 minutes just to see, because you see, obviously we have different fair value gaps, right, on the 1. So on the 1, it already printed it here at 3. This is a nice inversion. I like this one here. I'm gonna mark this one on my own because I like this one here. This seems significant at some point. Yeah, I'm looking for a long setup right now. Going back to the 1 minute. To see if we have a little bit more, I want a little bit more retracement into this. You might not get it. So, like if we would get a nice move to the upside right now, and we miss this, right? You keep this, just mark this level for later today for London, for AM session, because this will definitely be revisited. You know, we have a breaker here. We've got intermediate highs, which are being created. This is always when you see an intermediate high, so 2 wicks here and a fair value gap, this will be of relevance. And if it doesn't retest it now, it will go to it most likely today. So just mark this as a important fair value gap and keep an eye on it. Why? Because of these. Always when you see highs here created and a fair value gap, this one becomes of relevance. So you can mark that one too, yeah. Yeah. So for me, if it's a high probability trade, I would love to see that now. And sometimes I'm like, okay, but then again, you know, so we have a gap here as well in the 1 minute. So this is the first percentage fair value gap. So what I would like to see it retrace back into this little gap here and then go up. That would be the easy trade, right? Then you have everything lining up together. But it doesn't always work that way. So, and that's something I have in London. You just have to just gain a lot of information if it doesn't give you the easy trades, but now it's going to the downside. So let's see where it goes. So I want this to be revisited. So if I look further down, right, on the higher time frame, here is the 1 hour. So we have a similar situation here. We've got those, okay, so these are those highs. And as you can see here, we did not hit those with that little, with this block, with this downward move yet. So for me, what was confusing, not really confusing yesterday, I was looking at this breaker block yesterday and I thought, okay, let's go into this and then we could go back up, right? And yesterday, so we just tapped into it and then we had another move up, and then during Asia, we went deeper into this breaker block. But obviously we're not going, it's still working its way into more into this fair value gap. Yeah, oh, it's a previous day low. Yeah, I have that on another, yeah, previous day low right over here at 23,441, right? Yeah, 23,441. It's right over here. Is the music really not? Is the sound good? I mean, sound-wise, like doesn't sound clear? Because it should be directly from OBS. I really would like to just don't hold back on that kind of information. If you really find it annoying, just really let me know. Because then I just need to improve it. Because I just hear it I put it in my computer and directed it in OBS through, so it doesn't go through my mic anymore. So you should hear it clear. And not muffled, but I can't hear it what you're hearing, so yeah. Inside the gap is pretty, that's it, yeah. I feel like the price action has gone a little bit smoother since last week. I think last week was a really good week for me. Also, everything just ran easier, and things were. Some days were a little bit. We had a little bit. It could be a little bit more. There were moments that it was a little bit difficult, but overall, before last week, I felt like the 2 weeks before that, and maybe even longer, it was really harder to trade. There were less options. You really had to sit on your hands more. There was more consolidation. And since, I guess, last week, I don't know if you guys feel the same, that things have gone a little bit smoother, and we still need to be vigilant, but things are just getting more. I guess summer trading is getting to an end, right? Yeah. It's like every hour you can find a good trade if you really want to. And before that, sometimes it was like, okay, really, it was better not to trade a couple of hours, and you just have to. And if you did, you had more losing trade and stop outs and things like that. Yeah. So I want to see how it's going to react at this wick, if this wick is going to be a rejection block. So I just want to see where it is. It will go lower in the AMRP, yeah, okay. So this would be so if we're going down lower than this breaker block, then we have to start looking for shorts. But this is a tricky, for me at the moment it's a bit tricky area, so I'm just a little bit careful here because of this larger, higher time frame breaker block. So So what I like this because this is beautiful. It's setting up. This is going to be a nice low resistance liquidity run at some point. You can see this has been created here. We've got another two. I guess we might make another high here somewhere and then maybe go a little bit lower again. That could be an option. It's Tuesday today, right? So we're going to get into the. Are we going to get our Tuesday low? And then go higher. That's an option for today. It's a little bit early to say that now, but let's have a look at the daily from on this side. Monday, Tuesday. We have a gap here. You see that? That's an interesting one. I like this gap, guys. Look at this gap on the daily. On 23,362. Gonna write that down. I need to get my block. 23,362. This is an important gap. You also see the event horizon is in the mid of it. So I use the event horizon and the NWalks a lot on Monday and specifically on Tuesday. Yesterday you could see the ping pong. I call it ping pong Monday because we went back into the range, right? So we went in London yesterday. London we went outside Friday's range, below it, and then we went back into the range. And sometimes I just frame trades just from NWalk to event horizon. If it's not really clear to me, if I miss other important levels, I'll show you here. You can see it on the higher time frame, right? How you can frame trades from here at 9 o'clock boom, all the way back to the last NWalk, and then we had, you go back down to this NWalk, and plus we had the event horizon. So I used that a lot on Monday and Tuesdays. We had ping pong, I call it ping pong Monday. We already had it. So for today, for Tuesday, I'm not really, I still have it on my charts, but yeah, on days like Monday when it's a range day, because we went below it in London here, and then back into the AM session, it was just, we can call it the range day, right? So then you can use that. So that's a tip I want to give. Really, it helps me a lot. So ping pong Monday. Yeah. Sometimes I make these weird notes. 23, 365. So you see we are going back up now, right? It's interesting to see. Are we already getting up for a long? 23, 309. So London session, the low could be already forming in the London session. It does happen a lot, but I don't think that's like Monday, Tuesday. So could be. Do we have a gap here? We do. Ooh, look at this one, guys. This is a juicy one on the daily. Hmm. Three, 2, 3, 25. 3, 2, 3, 25. What do we have? 3, 2, 3, 25. Okay, interesting. Here's another gap. Okay. Keep this level on your charts as well. 3, 2, 1, 3. Yeah, just a level around 3, 2, 3. 23, 3, 2, 3. For later. So you see on the daily and on the 4-hour, they both have a gap in that area, and they do get revisited a lot. And it's not fully balanced yet because we've got buy side, sell side, buy side, and wicks. We need a full wick in it. A full candle, I mean. 3, 2, 3. To 3, this area here. Flat bottom. Okay. So what I'm looking at those levels is that if we get a Tuesday low, right? If the price does go lower than this this breaker block, then that level on the 4-hour and the daily, those little gaps. Oh, what am I doing here? It's also in an inversion here, and we have this little gap here. So yesterday, London trade, I don't know who was here during London, but I did call out this trade here. Let me see, where is it? On the 4-hour. Here. Can't find it. I already deleted it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I'll show you guys. So yesterday on London's trade, there was a 4-hour gap right over here in this yellow line. And yeah, I traded it to this London trade. That was my London trade. Let me go to the 1 hour. So always use those especially those 4-hour volume imbalances. If you find them, mark them. So my London trade was from. So I waited for a retest. I had a few stop outs in the between 2 and 3 because it was still very, we were in consolidation still. But then I had this already marked, and at some point it was about 4-ish in the macro 350 to 4. I took this trade in this candle, and I just let it ride all the way to the top of this 4-hour in volume imbalance. So that was my London trade, and I just had that 4-hour volume imbalance already marked. So I always look for especially the 4 hours. Here it is. You see this one here? Here, this is the little gap that helped me in the London trade yesterday. Yeah. And you see how it rejected. It rejected from here, and it went back up right into the range, back to that N walk, which I use as ping pong Monday from N walk to event horizon and N walk. So yeah. So always keep those volume imbalances on your chart. Yeah. Enough about yesterday. It was a nice day. I had a lot of opportunities, right, yesterday. Here we go. Let's go back to the hourly. Now we want to find a good trade for now, right? Let's hope. And if not, it will give us enough information for the AM session. So that's what I love about London. Either you're done for the day and you've made your money, or if you're not, it just gives you so much information. You've seen the levels, you know it just didn't trade to certain levels. You mark them and you just keep them on for later, right? I'm interested in this. Now we hit did we hit the midnight? Yeah. Yeah, this is safe long. Haha, look at that retest. Beautiful. See, around this area, I would be a little, I said it was a safe long, but actually, when we hit midnight, it's actually not, to be honest. I would be a little bit more careful because technically it's a strong liquidity level. I do think we have room to the upside, but we're in a macro right now, but I'm still not convinced. Yeah, and then it goes, obviously. Okay. You've got a lot of liquidity here. But is it going to do it in this model, in this? So we see why I'm also hesitant. We've got a weekly midpoint, which is also being used as an endpoint. So, and as ICT traders macros, keep an eye on the 3 after the hour, because sometimes you have a run up, right? So let's say here the macro started 350. We started running up here, and it hits this point at 3 past 4. And you see what's happening. There you go. Yeah. So that's why I have a lot of stuff on my charts, because it just helps me a lot. I still think we're going up, but it's just more like it's just not doing it now. It's just taking its time. It's stalling. Yeah. So just start back testing 3 past the hour, if because people are macros are all the way, you know, from 10 to and then, but when it stalls or when it does not, when we are in this kind of price action, still might go, but it's very herky-jerky. Yeah. I don't want to be in that price action, to be honest. So when I see a large candle happening at 3 past the hour, for me already this macro is done. I'm not considering it as a valid macro anymore for that move up or down. It could still run though, but you have to be really careful, because you can get a lot of wicks and it just takes out, for example, if it created liquidity higher here, it just could go over this little gap or whatever and then go back down again. Sometimes it runs, sometimes it's just really herky-jerky, so like just watch this price action, what it does. It's 406. So it did not take out this liquidity yet. You see, it's not smooth, right? So what I'm saying is it does not really, you know, we want the moves that just go. And so we had this wick down to 403, so it makes a big candle up again. And then you're anticipating this to be taken, right? But it does not yet. It could still do it, but it's just sometimes it does not and sometimes it does. See, it goes down again and things like that. So that is something that I notice with when you see that at the 3 after the hour. It's like, I call it the FU candle for some reason. And yeah, you just have to be, it's where I get my losses sometimes, or I either it's break even or I trill and it just doesn't hit my TP. Which I anticipate. So, yeah. So it's always interesting to just watch. So when I see that happen, I just get out and I just let it go, even though it might go. So just for me, just to be, just to have a better risk reward. No, Gigi. No, you always want to come when I'm streaming. Go. I love you, but not now. You see? Funny, huh? How it works. And then sometimes, especially with these, when that happens, you see that price starts moving then after our macros, because it's still we're still in a bullish algo, but it just doesn't respect those specific runs for low resistance. So we're sort of like in a high resistance time, I guess. Or how can we? Yeah, I guess we can call that. So when you see this price action, just scalp. Take your money and run. Just go for a little. If you want to trade it, I try not to because I want to the larger moves. But yeah. So backtest the 403 in certain macros. It helps me a lot. We have nothing on no London. Where did my okay, we didn't. Oh, you see where we are rejecting as well. We are at the bottom of this 4-hour volume imbalance. You see that? I forgot about that. So that's why we're also rejecting before we go up. Okay, that makes sense. So that's normal behavior. It has to go back and forth. Yeah, now it's ready to go after the macro then. Here we go. We printed a new root candle, 4010. So you see how it just doesn't go smoothly, right? It's just not going straight away. And this time will give you a lot of information. 3 past the hour in a macro. It's my tip of the day today. Time, it's just amazing how time gives away so much information. If you really start looking into it and seeing certain things happen a lot of the times, and obviously it doesn't happen all the time, but yeah. And also the 8 after the hour. Sometimes the macro is done already around that, and then it reverses already, or it gives the first candle, it gives the high. Yeah. Okay. I think this music is nice, right? I like this music as well. Let's see what playlist this is. This is lo-fi, laid back, happy, alternative hip-hop. This is not hip-hop. Dreamy, laid back. Okay, that's cool. We like it. We like it. We like you, music. Okay, so we have nothing in 10 a.m. London. No, we don't care about you. That's okay. See how now it's running after the macro, right? So that's something you need to be aware of. I could be in this trade and then just, when you enter here, for example, and you just sit through this mess. It could be, but because I wouldn't be very surprised if it goes all the way up here, but it might take time. Hey, come on, Gigi, no. No, you cannot come here. Otherwise, you're gonna throw all my lights and all my stuff. So they always want to come on the desk when I'm streaming. I guess it's because they don't get the attention that they maybe normally get. So I guess it's a But it's just like, oh my God, once they start going up, I mean, all the screens come down, the webcam goes berserk because they move the cable and things like that, and it's a mess. Yes, let me just open the door for them. Hold on. A little bit sunny now, so that wasn't just supposed to be so. Come on, about it. Come. Go outside. So we also have in the first presented, obviously that's the Monday. Obviously that's the same, yes. Let's see, we go to the 5. Come on, about it. Go, come on. Go, come on, switch. Come on, it's okay, my love. Come on, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. $493. $493. Yeah. So we're above the root candle now. We worked our way up. So is it worthwhile to take a trade in this price action at this time? I'm not really interested, but I think, you know, it's still long. It's going to spike up. Most likely we'll get some volatility for the last move at 420-ish. Let's see. So if you, this is like a, you know, propulsion block. You've got this one here, then you get this one into it, boom, and then you're going to just take it up. And then you can just if you use this indicator, for example, because we dug into this AMRP level here, right? So let's say you enter in this inversion. You have this inversion, for example, and you have the retest. You can enter here. For me, the 4 o'clock is very important as well. I mark them all the time. If you follow my streams more often, you'll see how often I use the 4 o'clock as I've got a couple of models with the 4 a.m. So they're always on my chart. 4, 10, midnight, and some other times, obviously. But for example, if you just take this trade, I was long biased already quite a while, but then the entry just had to be really in this area here, and then you just sit through the chop and just let it go, and then you don't mind it going back and forth, but you know it's still going up. But yeah. So for example, when I said the 4-3 went down and it actually retested the 4 a.m., That could have been an entry right in this area here. And then you have to sit through the chop and then just let it go. I would just take it up to here, to this block here, because it's the start of the AMRP level. But like I said, I already mentioned that I wouldn't be surprised it's going to go all the way here. So yes, it would have been a trade, but oh. Am I still... OBS said disconnected. Am I still online? You see that? I'm still on? Yeah, I am. I think I am, right? OBS disconnected, but yeah. So you see what's happening here? The 419 is going down. Actually, that's a good thing. If you want more up movement, you want to have that candle maybe go down first. Yeah. So now we're retesting the 4010 root candle. If I would have entered here, I would have gotten out just at the start of this box, just to be on the safe side with this price action. Okie dokie. I think this should be it for the London session. Yeah, if I'm looking at the higher time frame, we got some levels here. This is setting up for beautiful low resistance liquidity run. Look here what we're creating here. This is just a beautiful trend line liquidity. So on the higher time frame, it looks very juicy. So I want to see go lower first, and then this liquidity is really setting up to be taken out in a very low resistance liquidity run, right? So yeah, let's see what we're going to what the pre-market is going to give in the AM session. And yeah, I'll be back. I'll stream again in the PM session. I love the London and the lunch and the PM session, because there's a lot of opportunities there. And people say that there's nothing in lunch, but sometimes, especially when you have a lot of chop in the AM session, lunch gives the best moves. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit until 2 o'clock, but there's enough opportunities, and I just love it. And there's a lot of good streams as well already in the AM session, so there's no point for me to go on there as well. Yeah, so Alan, it's nice to see you again. Did you take any trades in London, or did you take that long? Or was it too choppy for you too? Okay, well, for now, I'm going to leave it at here. For anyone who's living in European or Africa, it's daytime. Go touch some grass, enjoy the day. And yeah, I'll see you guys later in the PM session. And thank you for joining, and I'll see you soon again. Bye-bye.